Here is Saul Canelo Alvarez, WBO light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Krusher.
Here are good. Anything below this line is a foul. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. God bless you both.
Until they get in there and fight. And here we go. That's how often he was jabbing, Sergio.
The second Golovkin fight, one of the reasons he won was he was willing to eat
those instructions to a T. Just touch him, baby. Jab out there. He can't throw it hard or fast with power right now.
You wonder, hey, what has this guy got?
I'll tell you what, I mean, the key to his victory, if Kovalev wants to win this, he has to keep...
Welterweight champion of the world. Now his trainer, and yeah, he was big on that when we spoke to him this week. Immediately winging to the head. Kovalev has to be very careful.
Keep throwing it with full power.
And that jab just missed by Alvarez. Alvarez's jab, obviously very different.
Releasing the power or speed right now. Punch with bad intention that Kovalev threw. Alvarez countered him with a left hook.
Is the one to meet early on, piling up points.
Good combination by Canelo. Number 2, of course, scheduled for championship 12.
That Kovalev must fierce. Right now, just keep touching your man.
Kovalev.
I think Kovalev's jab has been effective. Canelo's looking for that big shot.
Touching Kovalev with the right hand, firing it out. Counters with the right hand when he got hurt. I thought he showed a lot of poise.
To the body. It's interesting seeing Sergey Kovalev fight going backwards, too.
You have to look at how is he carrying the weight. Canelo Alvarez said, hey, this is my natural weight. However, when he gets a shot once again at the pinnacle of boxing.
Well, it took a round and a half already, but Canelo's
in his mind somewhere that I can bust this guy up.
It sure looks that way.
Kovalev threw that right hand harder. Canelo making a miss and firing off a shot. Everything Canelo is throwing has
years. He was a predator in the ring. He's having to change that style. Sergio, the speed of Canelo obviously stands out.
Early, went on to get edged in a controversial decision. That was in 2016.
Backing up the bigger man.
He's backing up the bigger man, but the attitude...
Close the distance, but Kovalev showing a lot of discipline. This is a game plan. Just touch him.
Still definitely get there, but for now, those first 2 rounds, look like Kovalev scored the most points.
Thrown. Wow, 129 to 41. That is significant. Prodding, throwing jabs, the occasional right hand. Now
it's either. He's just fighting at range, keeping him at distance.
We're still trying to figure out the man in front of him. A full 6 feet tall. Winging with that
like this. How would you compare the speed of Canelo to Andre Mora?
He was credit for even making that a possibility. That looked like Kovalev's night.
Canelo, at least in the first round and a half, is that I've got to land the big shot.
You'll get your big shots later in the fight.
When do you think he's
point scoring jab? First 2 rounds, Kovalev's landed some 75. He was powerful at 160, even strong at 168. He didn't carry 200.
By touching him, because Canelo is getting closer and closer with those counters.
That hook and that glancing blow, the side of Kovalev's head.
And now we know why Kovalev was touching. See, the first right now, I think Canelo was way too sharp, looking to counter. There you go. See, those are the counters.
Canelo's been better in this round, landing shots like that. Good left hand to the jaw of Kovalev.
Final seconds.
Great for Golovkin is that I felt his jab was really effective.
Tactical so far, not quite explosive.
And there you have Kovalev. This is what Kovalev, the cautious Kovalev, needs to be worried about. That left hook right there. When he extends that right hand, it's a 2-1 that he throws. He
is constantly pumping it out there, and so he is following this, kind of lazy with it, and he got stopped.
He's not on point now. Hold him, force the referee to break it up and reset.
Kovalev getting it.
He doesn't have to really be worried about the power or the speed, so he's just getting touched.
Running against Gennady Golovkin in that first fight. Canelo Alvarez.
Wicked body shot.
Like a power punch. They don't want him to gas out. Slowly but surely.
Interesting tidbit, because 5th round,
we're very questioning the power. I mean, if you look at the history of power punchers, when they're not committing to that power, because Canelo's looking to time him with that speed to victory, I thought we're going to be just exactly what Kovalev is.
Kovalev has had difficulty in the late rounds. There's a hook by Canelo. Jabs thrown through 3. Following the plan. And those are 153 jabs.
This is not the range.
Sergey Kovalev sticking to the plan, jabbing, boxing. Now we're seeing the counters come off a little
he does commit to power. Canelo is right there with the speed and the combinations.
Getting gassed.
This comes from what, Bill Simmons?
Shout out to Bill Simmons from the ringer.
In any fight that you could have either way.
That's because you vehemently disagree with me.
That left hook.
Kovalev now trying to time up.
Kovalev is doing right now. If he can get 3 rounds out of the first 6, I think he's going to be... Canelo's getting closer and closer to
Sergey Kovalev wants to be in.
2 thuddings, giving the 4th round to Canelo Alvarez. Enough with those thudding shots, Chris?
Power shots.
A little more crisply from Canelo.
Disagree with me sometimes.
No! I'll buy what you're selling.
good position in the second half of the fight, which is usually where he gets in trouble.
And round moving in. He seems to be comfortable because these jabs are hooks. Neither one of them really landing cleanly. Firing back with that jab and a hook. There's a good stiff jab as he boxes. But can he wing and trade? We saw Floyd not change a single thing, keep that energy. Kovalev certainly landing a fight-high 14 punches. There's a hook to that fight in the 7th round. He got dropped 3 times. And you know what, Chris? He was just not...
He didn't try to tie up. He didn't take a knee. Same thing with Alvarez in that first fight. He just didn't seem to know what to do.
Lynch trying to close the gap. So that's the last 2 times we've seen them engage. Kovalev has jumped in. These jabs are not hurting him. And yet he's not opening up any new offensive Kovalev into the corner. Kovalev looking to tie Canelo. I don't know if he can take many of those body shots. So far, he hasn't taken much of it. And so far, Canelo is showing that type of patience. Good body work there by Kovalev.
And then earlier in the week, just as a way to kind of indicate which of these rounds were close. So Bill Simmons.
Canelo against Rocky Fielding at 168 pounds. On point in that fight. He had that jab hung down low. He was to clinch and stop the punching of Canelo.
That's smart. Get inside, hold it.
Other than the left hooks that Canelo landed, just like that.
BK, they're asking Sergey to just keep tapping with that jab, not go like...
You know, it's interesting hearing Claudia say that Kovalev's corner is worried about him getting a little bit gassed.
It's not as if he is ripping him with shots because he's swinging either way. That way, when you go to a decision, people aren't outraged by something. How could that have won? When
the people watching are wondering why Kovalev is not really putting behind power.
Kovalev is going to have a lot of energy here. And you see right there, calm throughout the big fight week. Able to reserve that. But as we saw, even...
Relax. We're going to get him. Don't worry. Relax.
When you get up close to him like this, shoot a right uppercut to the body when you're close.
Here we see a left hook by Canelo. Go around the guard of the Krusher, right on the chin.
With full leverage as well. 7th round, you heard in Canelo's corner.
Canelo block a lot of them.
True.
Heavy hands with heavy feet.
Chris Mannix with his 4th straight round for Canelo. His plan is just fine. I mean, he's winning rounds and nothing to worry about. No?
It's tough.
Yeah. Chris, it's a very good point. And as we are now, as a guy like Winky Wright would keep his gloves, Kovalev only has 1 KO after the 8th round, and that was his last fight against Anthony Yard.
Committed to going for the body punches. That's the way for him to take the win.
It's tough to score some of these rounds, but as I'm sitting here close,
I mean, you have to ask yourself at a certain point, diminishes in the 2nd half for a variety of reasons. He wasn't always, and Canelo, you have to give him credit for this. He is able to adapt.
Close to it. A lot of these Kovalev punches.
Final 40 seconds of the 7th round. Body shot by fight. He looks like a very different fighter than we saw against Daniel Jacobs.
What he's trying to do, but he's not winning these last couple of rounds. Canelo's just his pressure and coming forward.
And the punch just opened up a little bit right now. He's the one backing Canelo up.
Canelo's not falling for it, just like that.
Here are the
Williams against Erislandy Lara. I thought Erislandy Lara in that fight landed the cleaner shots.
Here's Claudia Trejos right now. Claudia.
Thank you, BK.
Final half of round 8.
Ooh, this could often fight. Canelo fought the back end of it off the ropes.
She's through 6. Again, it's 403 to 175. However, Canelo
kind of smile on his face after watching his son win his pro debut.
So, Chris, according to you, Canelo's plan is just
absorbing them into his guard. That's not a scoring punch.
You think he's setting traps?
He's setting traps. He's definitely playing possum against the ropes.
Better round for Kovalev, certainly there in round number 8.
On the ropes, feint him, and just keep jabbing the shit out of him, okay? He's trying to bait you. Okay, don't fall for the bait.
154, but he is thick and strong enough to be the boss at 160. We go to the 9th round here. Kovalev trying to mix it up a little bit now.
Crusher, but this is a very cautious Kovalev crusher.
The division has definitely right there by Kovalev. Look, Buddy McGirt, the way he went after him in the corner, he went forward with the shoulder there. Jab for real. Now,
Does Sergey Kovalev believe he can jab his way to a victory against him?
Evidently did take that round off. He just cruised through that. Now Russell Mora.
Watch that right ankle of Sergey Kovalev. A couple of minutes ago,
In the last few weeks, Artur Beterbiev stopping Alexander Volstik 2 weeks ago. Plenty of trainers.
because I haven't seen him throw too many of those consequential.
Oh, right hand answer. Shot answer by Canelo. Beat Lenin Castillo 3 weeks ago.
Kovalev throws just to roll and come back in a counter to the body, just like that.
And Chris Mannix giving the 9th round. Round 8. You got to figure he won that round. There's a double jab by Kovalev to Sergey Kovalev. And now he gets Money Man is here. We asked Kovalev about that. Chris, you asked him. And Kovalev said, I can't worry about that. Even Kovalev with a rare uppercut from Canelo. And he misses. And that's in round 8. But it still landed cleanly and is a clean scoring shot.
Knows where he is, and he knows the history of Canelo winning close decisions in Las Vegas. All that being said,
according to CompuBox, and that's the best total of the fight for him. Punch didn't land clean. Kovalev trying to mix it. Here comes Canelo. Landed that hook. Kovalev answers with his jab. Final minute, round 10. Saying he is the most accomplished. I believe that.
Saul will be under consideration, and the power punching of Canelo Alvarez, which he has been.
We mentioned something about the right hand that was causing problems with the counterpunch of Canelo. How did you?
Buddy McGirt, but if you have a problem with the judges, jump up and down.
It's pretty clear cut. Easy to see his shots. Traditional, straight up the middle. And he misses with a hook at the end of round 10. Seen several moments in this fight where it looked like it was going to be Canelo time.
In this fight, he continues to throw that jab. The only question, as Sergio pointed out, he knows what's coming back when he releases it.
Canelo now throwing left. However, not all punches are created equally. A few more uppercuts, 2 in this round already. Perhaps Canelo is winning these rounds as he comes out firing.
His strategy and his game plan just like he wanted to, but
to put a hurt on Kovalev in this round. Canelo certainly with a lot more oomph on his shots with the right hand.
You got to give Sergey Kovalev a ton of credit for the discipline.
the counters.
And you see the landed punches. It's about even. There's a hook from Kovalev. 4th gear.
Kovalev's not even committing to the jab.
There it is. Kovalev's hurt. Kovalev's down. Kovalev's out. It's over. That fast. There's 5th gear. Canelo is the light heavyweight champion of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 2 minutes, 15 seconds, round number 11. Referee Russell Mora steps in, puts a halt to the bout. Your winner by KO victory, and he is the new